waited. You could have kept on running, but you didn't.
You have found us food. You've proven your worth.
So that's all it takes then. A little bit of a feed and you'll help?
For now.
Yeah. For now. What about that place? What's that gonna be to us?
Stay close. Don't stare. You might make it.
Well, that sounds... okay. I can do that. I got your back, Park. Let's go. Kia ora, guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Kenshi. So, we're back after a very tense episode 2. Park and Sand standing out the front of a city that they can see in the distance, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the game itself should be running a little bit better in this episode. I have it on my SSD now, and I've changed the recording software that I use with it. Instead of using Shadowplay, I have gone to OBS. Shadowplay is usually very, very good. However, in Kenshi, what ends up happening whenever we start loading into a new area, it actually holds the recording for a moment, which throws the sync out massively. So, yeah, it's a bit of an issue, but using OBS, it should be able to essentially rectify that issue for us, and hopefully it's going to allow us to have a little bit better of a frame rate as well. Yeah, Kenshi can be a little bit of a unruly beast to get working. So, we have Park, we have Sand, and Park, unfortunately, is a little bit more injured than Sand in terms of his legs. So I actually want him to drop this guy here, this Holy Sentinel that we defeated in the last, and... is he going to? Yep, he's going to stay down. He is actually conscious right now, but he's playing dead. We're going to go ahead and pick him up. We're going to keep hold of him for the time being. Next, something that we are going to need to do is get rid of this disguise. So it's this monk robe currently that's making us look disguised. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to have a look at any other gear that we have. So this is also stolen from the Holy Nation. I really don't want to be running around with no pants on, but we might not have a huge choice in the matter. We don't want to be mistaken for being a part of the Holy Nation. So unfortunately, not having any pants is going to make us look a little bit more like a slave. There isn't too much we can do about that at this stage. Right now, we don't look like we belong to the Holy Nation, but we're also... we're pantsless as well. I honestly, I think it's going to be for the better. Running across the field in bare feet isn't going to be easy, but hey, Park's been doing it so far, and he's been doing a good job. Now, he's not wearing anything from the Holy Nation. He only has this cleaver here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over towards all of his gear in this direction, Park included, and we're going to go pick all this stuff up. But I think, yes, scavenger's basket. I want you to go ahead and pick that back up, buddy. Oh no, his limp isn't that bad. Yeah, he's doing okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, he's hurting a little bit. Sand overall is hurting more, but yeah. Let's go ahead and grab all of these. I might just make a small adjustment to our music here. Just bring it down just that little bit more. Same with the ambience. There we go. Alright, so I think we're ready. Other than the fact that, oh, you've been sneaky, haven't you? You've put them on. We don't want that. The dyed robes are perfectly fine, so we're just going to go ahead and shift-click those across. We should be looking okay. Hopefully. Now, I look 30% like a slave now, which isn't great because I'm not wearing pants. So, Sand, we're going to have to be cautious still, making our way across this area. And I do want them to be sticking together for now as well, so I want them both to be running at the same pace. Sand is going to be a lot slower because he's currently carrying this guy. So we'll just ease our way across here. We do have people in the distance who I can't quite make out. That's okay. The further away they are, the better. But that's where we're going to start trying to make our way towards. And really, the two of them don't know fully what to expect. They have spent the majority of their lives in Rebirth. They know there is a better life out there. They know it's not much of a life, but it is a life of freedom. So let's see. Who do we have roaming there? Hungry bandits. And we have a bone dog. Great, that's fantastic. Let's start trying to move out the way of the bone dogs, if we can. We might even start sneaking now, because if they're hungry, there is a good chance that they will decide to try and take a bite out of us. We don't want that. Now, bone dogs we can eat, but we're not going to be able to fight them. Park is pretty damn decent when it comes to fighting. Their attack is 12, strength of 12. They can take a little bit of a beating, though. If you can see, yeah. They're a little bit more hardier than us regular folk. Who do we have leaving there as well? It's really hard to see at this distance who those people might be. Hungry bandits. So do we just have hungry bandits outside? We do. Okay, so we don't actually have any food on us right now, so they shouldn't bother us, I hope. But that might just be wishful thinking. And something I want to get in the habit of doing now as well is having block turned on. So toggling this on, when in defensive mode, a character will focus purely on staying alive and will gain 20 to their melee skill defense. So, yeah. I think more often than not, we will want to have that turned on. Even passive as well. Now, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to attack us, but I don't want to risk it. We are going to start sneaking as we get a little bit closer here. And I think both Park and Sand are hoping that this settlement is free from the influence of the Holy Nation. But there's only one way for us to find out once we actually get closer to it. Stack, it's Stack. I thought it was Squin. It's not, it's Stack. And, well, as we get closer, we can see guards out the front. And those guards have armor. Oh, god damn it. That is not a good sight for the two of them. I think seeing that in the distance, they hoped it was going to be some form of salvation. However, it is not. It is the opposite of that. Now, we could potentially try and sneak our way into town, essentially just by walking straight past them here. However, that is running a big risk. We still look like slaves. If we get close enough, I mean, I look 30% like a slave. Sand, that's not great. It's not great for him. So what are we going to do? Well, we're not going to go here, and we are going to hold onto our Holy Sentinel for now. He is going to slow us down, but I think that these two would see him maybe as like a bargaining chip. Should anyone try to do them harm, they might be able to use them as a hostage or something like that. So what we're going to try and do is essentially try and find our way back down towards the water and just keep on trying to find our way, perhaps south. They don't know what they'll find traveling south, but right now that might be the best option for them. There ain't a lot in between here. Well, we don't know of anything in between here, so yeah, we're just going to have to start roaming. And I think if they are roaming, they're going to want to keep heading off in this direction here. And, well, I'm sorry guys, but it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. And that hunger is going to start to settle in eventually as well. Once again. But we'll get that run. We're still able to make pretty good progress though. Even though we are slowed, we can see that Park with his limp is still at a pretty good pace. He is kind of keeping pace with Sand right now. All the while, this is going to be improving our athletics, and in actual fact, this is going to be improving our strength a fair amount as well. So if we're looking at our strength while we're running along, we should see that increasing. Slowly but surely. Yep, 60, 61. And the reason that's going up is because we are carrying a person on our back while we're running across a very uncomfortable field. It improves our strength. It makes us stronger over time, and I think that strength is going to help us. Now, Park isn't very strong, but he's incredibly tough, and he is actually quite skilled, so he is definitely the more skilled fighter here, whereas Sand just has some better natural attributes starting off. In saying that, Park is actually built stronger as well. So not only is he tougher, he has more hit points on all of his different areas. So 125 is what he's looking at, and that's all healing pretty well. But that healing is going to... that healing is going to lessen over time. Now, we've discovered another place called Lone Shack. Or rather, a Lone Shack, off in the distance. So, we did have a Lone Shack off to the north of Rebirth. We've discovered something like that down here. And I'm imagining it's something that they've just seen off in the distance there. Now these little markers here, these mark a encampment of some kind. This could be hungry bandits, could be cannibals. In this area, it's probably going to be hungry bandits. And with that being the case, we want to avoid that. And I believe this is probably, this little region here might be what we're looking at. I'm just trying to see here. Yep, here we go. So who do we have out here? We're going to try and see what we can get with the camera angles here. Oh, these are dust bandits. Okay. We can talk to this one here. Dust bandit Bowman we can talk to. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about it. Now, the bandits aren't likely to capture you. They're not like manhunters, which will take in slaves. Something that we should probably have a look at is if we have a look at where are you gonna be? Squads, I think. And then if we have a look at factions, we can see, yeah, the dust bandits, we got -10 to them, so they don't like us. So I think that could probably be a bad call. Yes, we could try and talk to them. They may be able to trade with us for some of the items that we have, but I feel like overall that's going to be more of a risk. We actually have some protection from this dust storm that's rolling through at the moment, and I think Sand does too, and that's because of the headgear that we're rocking currently. Now, if we're to make it to this place, what's going to be the most efficient path? Is it going to take us straight through the camp? It is. So we want to go around as much as possible. We'll start to speed up time there a little bit as we make our way around. But if there is a camp here, that means that we're probably going to have a fair few numbers of roaming bandits. We can see really far off in the distance some people wandering. And I think that is what we're after. I think that is this lone shack off by itself, all alone. So we're going to start to make our way over in that direction and hoping that there isn't anything else along the way that will cause us pain or peril. We just need to keep our eyes always as wide open as possible. Because especially during the daytime, enemies can come from very, very far away to grab us. And we've also discovered the Hub, a place called the Hub. It is a little bit further past Lone Shack. And for those of you who have played Kenshi will know that the Hub is probably going to be a good location for us to make it to. We still don't know whether or not that is going to be safe. In terms of places that could be safe, we haven't heard of many, or Park and Sand at the very least. Now I need these two to start making their way up here, towards whatever this is. Lone Shack, okay. We are seeing on the outside here a number of different materials. We've got copper off to the side there. We'll just let this fully load in, because it's just loading up a whole new area here. But this is looking okay. This is looking good. But we won't know for sure. So we start slowly trying to run up towards there. How is Sand doing? Yeah, he's hungry, but he's not famished anymore, at the very least. And look at that. It's a sign, and it reads Bar. Atop there stands a ninja guard of the trade ninjas, not the train ninjas. Train ninjas would also be quite cool. Okay, this is promising. This has potential. So we're going to keep this guy with us for now. We're going to go ahead and rock inside. And just like that, we have a greeting. We have someone saying hello to us. This is the barman of the trade ninjas. This whole place seems to be owned by them. So it's probably not a good idea for us to try and steal from them. But Sand might be able to do a little bit of bartering here. He's going to keep this guy over his shoulder. Now, you might think this is strange, but this isn't an uncommon sight in Kenshi. Bounty hunters are a thing. And right now, this guy looks like he could belong to anyone. So we're going to go ahead and have a chat to this barman. We're going to ask him to show us his goods. And so we're going to try and sell some things. And now these are stolen. But to them, they're like, no problem. They don't care that it comes from the Holy Nation. Which that's a really good sign already. So we're going to start handing this stuff over. Now, it's worth a fair amount, but the sell value isn't worth that much. Which is unfortunate, but we had no money. Now we actually have 37 cats. Yes, cats. Cats is the currency in this. So, Get used to it. Now, did we have anything? This is all the stuff that we've just sold here. Now, the first thing that we'd probably want to try and do is buy food. Luckily, dried meat is quite cheap. However, dried meat we eat really, really quickly. Food cubes, for example, they can last a little bit longer. It's disappointing, but it's nutritious. So I think getting a food cube here might be a good choice for us. That and a few other bits of food. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. I was looking at the nutritional value. This sell value is a lot higher. We can't afford this for a long time. I'm used to being able to buy food cubes. No, so we're going to get some dried meat to start off with. It is better than nothing. Yeah, the value's 87. We'll make the most of it. We are hungry, so we'll deal with it. Dried fish, we're not going to be able to touch that yet. And, well, they do have weapons here, and they have crossbows as well. And crossbows can be quite handy, especially if you've got 2 people. Might be worthwhile us trying to maybe train up Sand in crossbowing. Although, with all the strength, he is... I feel like he still wants to be that martial artist. But funnily enough, using crossbows can actually help with that in the long run. And we can see that both of them, they ate that dried meat straight away. So there is only one bit of that left. So Park's going to run over, and he's also going to sell off everything that he's got so far. So we're going to sell that, this, and that. So we're at 287 all up. We have a combat cleaver here. This is stolen from a Holy Sentinel. I don't know if we use that, if that is going to essentially kind of give us away. Right now it's got an attack bonus, which is pretty damn good. This doesn't have one right now. You see the armor penetration on it is pretty good. Damage versus animals is a little less. It's more suited to normal combat. I'm tempted to go for that. We can only really fit it there. We can't fit this larger one, so we might end up having to sell the staff. Okay, that's what we're going to do for now. Alright. Well, this is a start. It's somewhere that we might actually be able to rest for a time as well, and recover our wounds. Which, yeah, there are beds up there, and we should be able to make use of that. However, the only negative here is we will be letting go of our man up here. And you know what? Maybe it's time that we do that. I'm concerned with letting him go, ending up essentially revealing us to the Holy Nation. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Sand is stuck. He's alright. While we do harbor a hatred towards these people. Wow, we just freaking slam dunked him. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's good enough. So we're going to get the 2 of them to come upstairs here. We're going to have to spend a few of those cats that we just earned to sleep in these beds. But sleeping in those beds is going to give us a much faster recovery time. So Sand, I want you to go ahead and sleep, and Park, the same with you. Go ahead, jump on either side, and look at that. He's starting to get up. And as our 2 explorers rest, he begins to run. That long run back to Rebirth. Or, well, at least back to Holy Nation land. And he'd better run fast. And so they sit here as the evening starts to come upon them, resting as best they can to recover and heal those wounds. And so once they are recovered, once those wounds are healed, we will come back to them. But until then, well, we're going to put in a little bit of a skip here. So we'll see you after that. And we are looking better. Much, much better. Much healthier. And with those wounds healed, we're looking stronger too. I'm happy about that. So we're going to get the 2 of them out of here for now. My favorite customer. Well, I don't know about that, but we'll see. Sand seems to be a little stuck. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, this bed. Oh dear. There we go. We got around it in the end. It was a little tricky, but we got there. We need pants. We need pants badly.
And while this place has been good to us so far, we might have to follow this road further and see exactly where it's going to lead us. We did hear about something, and I guess we can see some of these turning windmills in the distance. There is a very large settlement there, it would seem. This is the hub. This is where a lot of Kenshi games start off in, and I wasn't actually intending to run to the hub. It's kind of just a fortuitous happening. I don't know the map all that well. I have played Kenshi for a fair bit, but most of my geographical knowledge is pretty bad in this game, so I can't use that to my advantage, and nor would I try to. But at the very least, we have some kind of sanctuary now. Running up towards this city, I think it must be a pretty welcoming sight to not see guards out the front. They still don't know if this is, considered to be Holy Nation territory, but gathering from how that bar was, they're hoping at the very least that this place will be some kind of safe haven. But it's a little less than what they might have expected. Being in Rebirth, a lot of the structures are relatively well taken care of, and even the other place that we went past before, Stack, the buildings looked good, but here, this is ruin. The place is barely holding itself together. There are a few structures we can see, a large tower off in the distance. But looking around this, there is not much. What there is a whole heap of junk. And that junk we can collect to sell, which is better than nothing. And there is another bar here, so perhaps we might be able to find a little bit more food that we can buy. Because during that little sleep, we did have some more of that food to eat. And while they're still recovering, Sand hasn't eaten. So it was Park that got that last bit of dried meat. So let's jump down a level here. And we have someone here asking us to come and have a drink with them. Someone sitting at the table here with one of these very cool looking hats on. A stranger. Sand responds. Let's go and have a chat. Seems his name is Hobbs.
That's right. Come sit with me. Have a drink. Have you ever heard the story of the Wailing Banshee? No. What's it about? Well, legend has it dwells in a sunken cave south of the Outlands. I hear it has bones made of solid diamond. Just one tooth would fetch you a kabillion. No, billions of cats. It has the gigantic tongue of a lusty tree hag and a marvelous pair of bingo wings that droop like smooth potato butter. Some even say it has the snout of a fondled truffle. Even the most handsomest of man-warriors haven't been able to hunt the peppery thing down. That sounds amazing. How would one find such a thing? Well, if I knew that, I would have tracked it down myself. But if you're going to head out in search of it, you must take me with you. Call it an old man's dying wish. You're dying? What's wrong with you? Aren't we all dying in this relentless dark world? Yes, and this dying man wishes to witness the diabolical monster with his own two eyes. They say that if you lick one of its pinky toes, that you'll gain the power of sweet, balmy immortality. Oh, and that true love smooch will transform the beast into a glorious man-cherub, who will grant you all your deepest munchies. Yes? This guy's a little weird, but he looks capable. Maybe?
I leave that up to you.
All right. Yeah. Look, Hobbs, right? You're right. Those are wise words. We could use someone like you. You seem, capable enough. If you, follow us along, watch our backs and we watch yours, maybe we can find it together. And just like that, we have ourselves a new member, Hobbs. And Hobbs seems to be pretty good at martial arts.
Looking at his stats, unfortunately, he hasn't trained much during his life. And still a lot of room for improvement. Let's call it decay over time. He says he's an old man, but old in the world of Kenshi, I think, would be old like how it was originally, where, 40, 50, that was considered to be old. Yeah. Not anymore. I mean, in our world, we live for a long time. But in this world, I imagine that 40 or 50 would be considered elderly. So there we go. But he does have good melee attack. He has some skill in martial arts. So, I mean, he's already ahead of where Sand would be considered. I mean, his defense is good, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to learn anything yet. So maybe Hobbs might be able to teach Sand a thing or two. Let's have a look and see what he's wearing as well. He's got a sleeveless long coat on at the moment. Some sneaky chain half pants. Okay, nice. Nice. I think Hobbs is going to be a good addition to our little clan, which seems to be growing ever more. Now, the issue with taking another person on means, well, that's more food. That's more for us to consider. Now, there are other people here, other people that we can talk to. We've got a twitchy bar thug over here, a bar thug drunk. Maybe try and avoid them. We've got Gemison over here, who probably is someone that we can recruit, but at this stage, we don't want to be bringing that many people on board if we can avoid it. If people come up to us, then yeah, sure, we might see if we can help them out or bring them in, but we're going to have to be careful for a while. Food is going to be an issue for us. So with Sand, let's go ahead and have a chat to this bartender and see exactly what we have. We're going to do business. So looking right off the bat, we do have some meat wraps there. But really, all that we're going to be able to afford here is that dried meat. So we'll go ahead and pick up 2 more. We ate it right away, and it was also eaten right away. So obviously, we are very hungry. The next that we could probably get here, cooked vegetables. I don't know how long they would last us for, really. But that's the next in terms of price range that we could probably afford just. No, we can't afford it right now. No, we can't. So yeah, we're just going to have to live with that. And we are currently malnourished at the moment. Hobbs is doing fine on hunger. I hope it wasn't him that just ate that. But what we're going to have to do for now is essentially have a look around this place and pick up all that we can. That's not going to be the most interesting thing for Park. So he's going to sit here for a little while. And you know what? I think Hobbs might go ahead and have a sit back down in the bar as well. So Sand is going to roam around some of these other places here and see if he can just find anything that he might be able to sell onwards here. So let's have a peek and see. So we do have someone sitting down here. Now, most of the stuff is junk. Little campfire here we can actually utilize as well. We can cook with that, but we're just going to go ahead and collect these items that are stacked around here. These are empty grog cans. So essentially what we're doing is we're kind of recycling in a sense here. We're doing them a favor. We're doing a civic duty to the hub. And so this is a start at the very least. Whether or not we'll find anything in here, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like we will. There is just one person sitting in here. An escaped servant. Okay, just chill. Don't come for us. We can see that we can actually, when I click on this building, we can buy this building as well. That's something that we could potentially do in time. Something that we're definitely not going to be able to do at the moment. We might be able to, well, work out a way for us to start earning some cats in this town. More so than just collecting bottles around here. It's not exactly the most interesting life. But it is a free life. That's the thing. We can see that a lot of the people that are here are escapees from the Holy Nations, so a lot of them seem to come here. Doesn't look like we've got anything in this building as well. We can see a lot of things around us, so we'll just start heading over towards them. Grab what we can. I am hearing like a few roars occasionally. There are a number of bone dogs that are around the area here, so we kind of need to be aware of what's going on around us because we are still very much living a life of a scavenger, so the second that we see combat going down, we need to try to take advantage of that. We've got a closed up home here. Now, it would be a little untoward for us to steal. But we've been doing it so far from the Holy Nation, and, well, we might have to here. Don't mind us, we're just picking up the leftovers from the bar to bring them back to get some caps. At least that's the way that I see this. Moving further up, it looks like we've only got one other place. And then we have this building down the end here. It might be worth Sand seeing exactly what's going on over there. Looks like these places have been left alone for a long time. I still really wish that I could take these sleeping bags that are just hanging around here. Okay. Don't mind us, buddy. Alright, Sand, let's see what we got. Even if you have to die, I'm taking your food. So it sounds like there's a fight happening outside. We can hear that. Thief boss. These are the shinobi thieves, it would seem. Let's see.
So you want in on the shinobi, eh? The guards try to lay the crack down, but they ain't fooling nobody. They're nothing. Nothing a few cats can't handle. Well, I'd like to join. You can join for a fee. That's it? I don't have to complete a test or prove myself? Do I look like I've got time to be handing out busy work? No. This is a business we're running, not a social club. Just make a one-time membership fee. 10,000 cats. So, what'll it be? You want to join the guild? Yeah, 10,000 cats seems a little steep. You want to use our facilities, you gotta pay for them. If you can't afford it, you're obviously not a very good thief. Fair enough. And with that, maybe some other time. We are not going to be able to join the shinobi thieves. Not yet. But in time, perhaps. And there we go. We can hear a little bit of action happening outside here. We have hungry bandits, which look like they are raiding the town. A whole heap of them. Yep, and they're coming for Sand, in fact. So with that, we're going to get Sand, Park, and Hobbs, and we're going to go to the entrance here. We've got to hope that some of the others are actually going to come out and try and defend this place, so that it won't just be us. Because we are not good enough fighters to be able to do that. We could spend all our time blocking, but we are going to have to try and get some hits in as well. The best thing that we could probably end up doing with this group here, and just like that, they're gone. They gave up. They gave up. Well, we'll leave them to it then. But I'm surprised that they did give up there. Thought they would have tried to chase us all the way around. If we do go outside, they more than likely will attempt to chase us down. Right, so we've got a whole heap of stuff here that we can get rid of. So, it was a little bit of a false alarm for Park and Hobbs there, so we can get them to just head back inside, or rather, head back up the top there, just to hang out for the time being. But as for Sand, he's going to go and talk to the bartender, hand over some of the dishes and things like that he's been able to pick up along the way. Try and just make a little bit of caps. Not much, though. We're looking at 3, 12. 12 on those, that's okay. 6, that's okay. It's not terrible. We'll take it where we can. Like that, we've got a little bit more. Now, food will replenish. Come the morning, there will be a whole new lot of food. But with that distraction out the way... Oh, hang on. Well, maybe not. Yeah, there's... They keep testing us, it would seem. We're going to head back over towards that house. The one that seemed to be locked up. We'll see what we can do about that. So just start sneaking there, buddy. Move up towards this door. Looks like it's just going to be an open. Okay, easy enough. Sneak inside. Okay, close that door behind us. If you would be so kind. Let's see what we have here. The Holy Flame. So, the Holy Flame is a book from the Holy Nation. We've got cactus rum here as well. We've got a whole heap of things. We are going to clear this place out. We do not want to be caught doing this. This is actually marked as stealing, strangely enough.
I'm thinking whoever was in here was a sympathizer or perhaps even a member of the Holy Nation. See, we can see this is a religious book of the Holy Nation. When you're traveling in their territory, you generally need to be holding onto these. So, yeah. I'd rather not to. So we're not going to. Or at the very least, we'll try and sell it off. We might be able to. We might not. They might be very against us. Those cacti, unfortunately, we can't eat as they are at the moment. It needs to be processed a little bit further. We need a stove to be able to do that. We do have a locked, secure chest here. Let's see if we can find anything interesting inside. We've got a success. Okay. Reports. It is someone. Okay, interesting. All right, well, it says there's a 100% chance to steal these. We'll do it. Look how much that grog is worth. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Green fruit, we'll go ahead and steal you as well. Now, hopefully this counts as stealing from the Holy Nation, and so they won't consider it to actually stealing. But here we have London's report. So this is part of an official report with the Holy Nation seal. High Paladin London reporting his patrol. As ordered by Commander Nix, we're investigating the hub. Fortunately, there was no sign of enemy troops. It appears they have all deserted the region. But before doing so, the blasted fools sacked the settlement and set it ablaze. Oh, damn. So I'm guessing that's people perhaps from the United Cities that did that. The hub is nothing but ruins. Most of the buildings are ready to collapse. Entire sections of the walls have already been destroyed. Retaking the hub would be effortless, but resettling it will prove most difficult. It appears the troops occupied the town for some time, given that no bodies were found inside. But we still don't know what made the Shek savages abandon the hub. So it was the Shek that were here originally. Okay, and the Shek is the race that Park belongs to. Further investigation is required. We have Report 2. This is High Paladin London. During our patrol on the southern border, Paladin Lusak's hound spotted shadowy figures atop a hill on which the hub sits. At this point, the day was getting late and Auckland's light had almost fully passed the eastern hill, so that we could not clearly see who the intruders were. Lusak's hound grew increasingly more agitated, until it eventually managed to escape his hold and chase after the intruders inside of the ruin. We followed, but during our ascension we lost sight of them. The hub itself was still empty, but it appeared that somebody had indeed been there. Doors were open and items had been moved, for example. The hound could not be found anywhere within. Most likely, it was killed during the chase. It is believed that the Shek may have sent scouts to see if the hub was retaken. We couldn't see anyone retreating down the southern ramparts, so they must have set up camp nearby in a cave. I suggest we send patrols deep south to prevent any further incursions. I also recommend that Lusak be sent home for a few days. The loss of his hound has been a blow to him. Oh, poor Lusak. As instructed, we reached the hub under the cover of night. We heard voices. When we got close to the walls, both female and male. But once past the gate, the voices vanished and the hub was silent again. Again, there had been signs of movement inside, but after thoroughly searching the place, we found no one. However, it was when I was investigating the bar that I heard Sentinel Ambitheto's scream. We looked around, but couldn't find him, nor could we find any sign of the fighting, not even a drop of blood. It was as if the damn place itself had swallowed him. We didn't stay any longer and quickly withdrew to the outpost. And that place is cursed. The darkness has taken the hold of the town, and it must have been this darkness that killed the Shek soldiers and Lusak's hound. I previously reported that the presence of potential Shek scouts, but now I know that the shadows were in fact wraiths. The hub must be torn down and torched to purify the hill and to cut off the corruption's spread. This is a different priest's note, so it kind of stops there. So that's the last report we have from Luden here. I'm going to say that it's probably the ninjas out the back there that were causing them as many issues as it was. So now we've got another one, and this is a high priest giving his opinion on the hub's abandonment. And he's talking about Brother Valu, so I reckon we should read Valu first. As history has shown, the hub cannot be held. Every time we try, we inevitably lose it within months. The recent loss at the hands of the Empire was further proof that Narco shook the world and made the two entire sections of the Southern Wall collapse. And no later than this week, wraiths have appeared and taken one of our holy brothers. As long as Narco's darkness covers the place, we cannot hold it. For too long, we have fought with our false enemy. We must redirect our attention to the Dark Demoness's first minions. Only by destroying the Dark Ones can we weaken their influence. I imagine Sand is just scratching his head as to what the hell they could be talking about. And this is High Priest Tyluigi. Tyluge. We'll go with Tyluge. While Brother Valu is right on the fact that the hub cannot be held for now, he is mistaken as to the reason why. Narco's power did not increase significantly in the last years. It is Auckland's light that has been wavering for some time now. Our faith is the conduit that allows Auckland's grace to be bestowed upon us. We have let our society fall into decay and debauchery, and none but we are to be blamed. Women acting with ignorant blazenness, children shaming their fathers, men forgetting the deep-rooted traditions of our holy society. It is not the Dark Demoness's minions that have been covering the light. It is we. If we are to avoid our lost brother's fate, we must purify ourselves. Only then can we save this world from damnation. Whole load of shit in Sand's eyes. Although, it is interesting to see, and there was definitely someone staying here for some time, it would seem. So we're going to go ahead and take that information. We're going to hold on to that information in our minds, but all that stuff that we stole from there, we don't feel bad about at all. So we're going to go ahead and take that straight back to the bar and hopefully be able to sell it. We might have a little issue selling it, but, well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get lucky. So far, this episode has been a fair bit of luck for us. Let's just hope it continues that way. Alright, Sand. Have a chat, my dude. Let's see. Show me what you got. We're going to go ahead and start selling. So, yeah, stolen, he says no problem. So, okay, I'm good with that. That's great. This is going to give us a lot. 500 cats. Fantastic. Okay. And the grog is worth 1,000. That's just wow. Okay. That's a lot better. I'm feeling pretty good about that. The cactus rum. Hell yes, we can actually make money selling cactus rum there. Fabrics, and we'll go ahead and sell the book as well. That's not a bad profit. That's a decent amount of money. Now, if we're trying to see what's going to be the most efficient food source for us to buy, food cubes have been pretty good in the past for me. They've been quite good, but we don't have food cubes as a choice here. So looking at this is saying it's just 50... units of like nutrients, so we're actually getting more nutrient from just the rice and vegetables. We're looking at 400 for that though, which is just, it seems excessive. Cooked vegetables is a little bit better for us, so we might end up just buying 2 lots of cooked vegetables. Because it's got a little bar underneath of it, sometimes that means, well, I was going to say sometimes I assume that means you can take just a bit at a time. Other times you just kind of eat it outright. Actually, well, they have a small statue of the Emperor here, so I guess there is still some influence of the Holy Nation in this place. Let's go have a chat to some of the people that are in here. I'm actually going to ask these two to come downstairs as well, just in case. Oh, what were you doing running there, buddy? It's a hungry bandit. Oh, well, okay. So there are hungry bandits inside the town right now. They may start causing trouble. There is a whole heap of them. We're just going to hang out in the bar for now, as they kind of roam around outside. Okay. Alright. Park, how about you just take a seat for now, and Hobbs, you do the same. We're going to have a talk to some of the people that are in here. So, we've got a bar thug over here. It looked like we could talk to him before. We can't talk to him. We can talk to you. So this is someone that can, if we ever get in trouble with a gang called the Hounds, they can kind of smooth things over for us. We've got another person over there, Kiji, that we can maybe have a word to. Also, we've got a drunk and a twitchy bar thug. So let's go ahead and see if we can talk to the drunk.
You a doctor?
I got fresh organs if you got the cats.
Yeah, no. We don't want your organs. What about you? Okay, we got ourselves a twitchy Barthok.
What the hell are you stirring at?
Nothing. I was just admiring that sword. That's all. Actually, I meant no offense.
Then hurry the hell up and get out of my face already. Out of towners.
Okay, well, I guess we smoothed that over a little bit there. Now, there are two other people here that we can have a chat to. Gimmerson, and Kiji that we can have a chat to. I think it might be worth us having a chat to them. I just, Sand, we really need to get you some pants, buddy. We really need to get you some pants. Let's have a talk here.
Hey, Romer, looking to team together?
Yeah? Want to join up?
Yeah, but it'll cost you 3,000 cats recruitment fee. Sort me out, Drifter, and I'll follow you. No questions asked.
Yeah, people are expensive in this. We've got money, but we're going to change our mind there. We can always come back and recruit here if we feel like we need to.
You like rum, Outlander?
Love it. Yeah?
Well, ain't you in luck? I used to brew my own when we had a distillery. Beast rum, I called it. One glass of the stuff and all hell breaks loose. One guy gouged out his own eyeball after 3 glasses. Great stuff. But all good things come to an end, and I got busted by the guards. So, take this rare chance to hire yourself an expert brewer, Outlander.
We're going to jump in right away and just say,
How much? 6,000. No deal.
we cannot afford people like that. Very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Now, looking at this group here, we've got ninja guards. These are the trade ninjas that seem to be throughout here. They're guarding this place pretty well. We're not going to be able to steal things from these people. But the way that Kenshi often works and how we've seen things work so far, we're going to have to try and operate where we can as scavengers, trying to take whatever we can. We got an ex-servant of the Holy Nation outside, but these people here, these hungry bandits, they're usually a good start for us to train ourselves, to practice, to get better. It's going to take us a while to be able to do that, and there is a good chance that we could get injured in the fighting here. I'd be half tempted to... Actually, you know what? For now, we're going to give the food to you, Park. You can hold onto it in your backpack there. But we're going to take the 3 of us outside here, and we might start a little bit of trouble. Now, that trouble can end up in a fair amount of bloodshed, as there's a lot of them. And they've been kind of roaming through this town, right? They've been kind of shaking people down. And yes, they are just starving bandits, but, well, they can cause a fair bit of that trouble as they start darting off around the place. So the question is, are the 3 of us going to be able to make any kind of impact here? The potential is there. We've got some okay defense. What we'd have to do to start off with is take us off defense. So we're going to take block off. If things start going bad, block might be needed. And you know what? These packs as well, they're going to be slowing us down. So we're going to be dropping them on the ground. Okay. There are many different ways you can make money in Kenshi, and that you can survive. One of the main ones is mining. Mining can take quite a long time, and these 2 are quite proficient at mining, but they've been doing it for the last few years. And I think right now, the idea of mining is very far from their mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and essentially try and provoke this target here. So we're bringing a few of them over at the moment. So we're just going to... Essentially, the way I see it is like we're kind of trying to wave them over right now. And yep, there's a whole heap coming over. There's a whole heap. Some of them have kind of split off, so we're going to start running back towards the town here. It looks like actually someone out there is coming to help. Yeah, attacking troublemakers. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go and attack this target to start with, and then we are going to start attacking all. But Park just runs in there, unsheaths that sword right away, and gets a cracking great hit to start with. So now that everyone's here, we're going to say attack all. Okay, wow, that was really, really good. I'm going to be pausing occasionally, just when we have moments like this. Sand came in. He's getting multiple hits with his blade there. Well, rather with his staff. We've got one of the ninja guards backing us up here. Hobbs has ran off. Hobbs, you freaking coward. Come on, buddy. Attack all. Okay, nope, he is running. He's attacking enemies. I think he's trying to attack enemies inside. I'm just going to say attack that target there, Hobbs. Okay, so we've taken a few hits here. But we have someone that is we have much more skilled than us helping us out. So that's a good start. There is a very good chance that we're going to go down in this fighting. But with him helping us out, there is a chance that we are going to make it out of here. And yeah, just like that, unfortunately, Sand, while being pretty tough, just isn't tough enough. And one really good crack to his chest and he went down. Hobbs is struggling a little bit over here as well. So with Hobbs, might actually just end up getting him to run straight back into here because he's not doing super amazingly well. Yeah, Sand is going to be down for a bit here. I think we are unconscious for a little bit longer. What we are going to do with him is we are going to get back up because getting back up increases your toughness a lot. Park is hanging on for a little bit longer. He's just taken down another person here. Park, you are bloody amazing, mate. So let's see. We are going to get back up here. It's another 2 down. Park, you're doing good, my dude. Keep it up. Okay, yeah, more of them are coming back in. Sand went back down again. He's got another 2 seconds before he can get back up. All right, he is up. He's getting up, he's getting up, he's getting up. Park is just like soloing 4 of them right now. We're going to see if we can help this guy out down here with this lot. Okay, Sand is kind of doing the same thing that we were doing before. Come on, get a good hit in. There we go. That's better, Sand. That's what I'm talking about. Park, keep it up, dude. You're a freaking machine. He's just doing such a good job. Yeah, he's good for a little bit longer as well. His head is getting quite damaged, but overall, he's doing an okay job here. And blood is being spilt, but believe me, it would be spilt out there on the sands with these people. Hobbs is down. Okay. He was fighting. He was trying. He's going to be unconscious for another 12 seconds here. Park has finally gone down. Okay. It's just Sand and this stranger. All it's going to take is 1 hit for Sand to go down. Oh, good hits across the board there. Good block from Sand. We could get Sand just blocking now at this point, but wow, they are freaking doing it. Come on, Sand. Stay up till the end, buddy. Oh, his stomach is on 0 as well. Yeah, there we go. All it took was 1 hit. But this guy is still doing good. Keeping up the fight. Keep it up. We believe in you. We believe in you. Park is unconscious for another 15 seconds. Come back in here. Help us out if you can, Hobbs. Here he comes. Hobbs, use that martial arts, my dude. Okay. I'm going to get you on block just to see if you can get any kind of progress there. And just as the fight is coming to an end, Sand gets back up onto his feet. Good job for getting back up, dude. Good job for getting back up. And the first aid begins. Okay, Park is getting back up as well. He's feeling a little rough, a little raw after that. We still got that ex-slave just wandering around in the background. So what this is going to do is this is going to give us a chance to get a little bit of light clothing as well. Better than nothing. Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to let them heal up first. Now, most of the people down here, okay, some of them are actually dying. I was going to say most of them are going to get back up and they're going to carry on, but some of them will die from this. Let's see. Okay, you're healed up. That's good. Okay, all right. So let's go through here, see what we've got. We've got half pants. We're going to go ahead and steal those, chuck them on. We're going to go ahead and chuck this on as well. So hopefully I should look a lot less. There we go, 10% like a slave. And Sand is looking a little bit, yeah, a little bit better after that. So we're going to go through all of them here. We're going to collect everything we can. We're going to take the iron clubs from all of them to start with. The clothing is going to be a lot harder to get away with. So we're going to get both of these two to go back to their scavenger backpacks. So you go pick up yours, and Sand, you go pick up yours as well. Because that's what we're going to try and hold in as much of this clothing as possible. And yeah, we're taking pretty much everything from these people. because it is a harsh world. And while these people might only take food from us, they could take a lot more. You know what? This isn't going to be worth much. It's 26 each. We're going to leave it here. We're just going to take their weapons. That rag shirt, that's an okay rag shirt. That's actually a better quality rag shirt. Standard grade. There we go. Well, I guess it's a bit of an upgrade. We'll go ahead and make sure that we actually drop that other one on the ground. There we go. So yeah, we're going to go through, we're going to try and collect as many of the weapons as possible, because weapons are going to be what sells. Holding onto them as well can actually help us increase our strength, but we're not going to do any strength training right now. Just going to be going through, grabbing what we can. It might be worthwhile us giving Hobbs a weapon, because martial arts is very, very difficult to train up early on. And we can see that even with Sand, it is making a difference having the weapon that he has. Let's just see. Those are just the shirts on the ground. We've taken your weapon. I think we've taken everyone's weapon at this stage. We're still looking good. Yeah, okay. So, Hobbs, we are going to give you something here, I reckon. Let's see. So we've been using the staff, and the staff has been working out quite well for us. I think we're going to stick with it, just because it's got great reach. Like, we were hitting multiple people with it, so I'm really happy with how that went. But we're going to go through here really quick. We're just going to see what the bonuses are like. Essentially trying to look at the kind of quality of them. Okay, so that's better than nothing. He's going to attack a 7. Yeah, attack stays at 7. What if I got rid of that? It is actually better. Okay, we'll get him just hold on to it for now, so that he can choose to use it. We're probably going to keep him on block for a decent while. But good job, team. Well done. We did pick up some injuries from that, but overall, I'd say that was a success. You're both just, ex-servants. Let's jump back in. There was a large number of enemies, and if we didn't have help, we would have lost there. Did they get our food? They might have gotten our food, which I guess that's part of the risk of doing that. But we're going to go back inside here. It is getting late. Thankfully with bars, they're essentially always open, so there's no real shop hours for them. Okay, we're not looking for... Well, we might actually be looking for food, but we're going to be looking for beds as well. We definitely want to be resting up. So let's go ahead and just start trading these. Let's see, we're going to get about 50 cats for each of them. Could be worse. Could be worse. There we go. We're looking okay, cats wise. We could go and get. I don't want to grab it. But I want our hunger to be better than where it is at the moment. Meat wraps. I know the meat wraps we can get a little bit more out of them, because let's see. We're gonna buy one. We're gonna buy one, and we're gonna see how long that lasts us. I'm imagining it's not going to last us very long. As for the 3 of us, we're going to head up the top, and thankfully there are 3 beds free. So Sand, get you laying down. Park, get you laying down. And Hobbs, yeah, it's 50 each. Worth it, though. Where you at, Hobbs? And... Slavemonger. Okay, right. Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's alright. Oh, I know where they're running. I was like, why are they running? I know exactly why they're running. They're running after all of the starving bandits that are outside, unconscious. They're going to be picking them up. That is, well, they're saving them. They're saving their lives. This is kind of how things went for poor Sand to start up with. Yeah, so essentially, they're going to bandage up all their wounds and then take them. At least that's what I'm guessing. We're going to go ahead and start advancing time a little bit faster while the 3 of them, I almost said the 4, the 3 of them start to recover up there. Hobbs is going to recover a little bit faster, I think, than the others. He didn't take as much of a beating, or rather, it was much more localized for him, so it's just one thing that he has to heal. Let's just see. We should have a nice sunset going on. And that we do. A very nice sunset at that. Could be worse. We've made it to the hub. We've got some cats in our pocket, which, you know, what more could you ask for? And they're hurt. They're injured, but they are recovering. We got some skill out of that. We've got an attack of 9 now, which is better than where we were before. Our melee attack is slightly better. Our dodge will be better. Slowly but surely, we'll become more capable. Whether or not we stay at the hub, that remains to be seen. But for now, we're alive. We're safe. And it should stay that way. Yeah. Carrying them away. Whole group of them. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. The 3 of them, they're gonna wait it out. They'll be healed before the morning, and after that, we'll come up with a plan for what they're gonna do next. Whether what they're doing is sustainable, and I don't think it is. There isn't enough food here to survive, even if we have the caps to buy it. We might have to try and head elsewhere. Head further south, maybe. The Shek were here, we know that much. Maybe if we can make it to them, Park will feel a little bit more comfortable. I feel like we owe it to Park. Park is an incredibly capable warrior. We'll see if we can get him there. But that, guys and gals, will be in the next. Thank you all for joining me. I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.